Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm back with some special products from Insta360, their newest Link 2 Pro web camera in two versions. One time with a gimbal that can follow you around, and one the more affordable version, but both rock the same great large sensor you normally find only in flagship smartphones. But we have a lot of ground to cover, that's why I don't want to lose any more time. So let's jump right into the unboxing segment. And that's the box, or better say two boxes. But as we have a lot of ground to cover, I will speed up that whole unboxing segment and just talk about the technical specs of those two cameras. They are basically the same. They come with a whopping 1/1.3 inch large sensor, which is more common in modern flagship smartphones than in webcams. So that's some really great stuff and should lead to a way nicer look and feel of the image and give it a more cinematic look. Then we have an AI-powered audio system that really enhances the audibility of your voice, or the voice of the group you are talking in. Some great stuff. And as you can see, also build quality quite nice. And major difference between those cameras: one has a gimbal, one doesn't, so one can auto track you through the whole room. The C model is a little bit cheaper but also can track you, but of course it's only digital in a limited field of view. But you will see in this video you can also track a little bit with the C model. But of course close to 360-degree tracking is only possible with the non-C model, which is just called Link 2 Pro. But that said, let's just connect both of these cameras to my computer and see if they really are the same sensor, and so on and on. And that's what I did, just plugged it in and works right out of the box. Of course, it's always recommended to upgrade your hardware to the newest firmware, but nevertheless, look at that image, it's quite nice. And you immediately see that you have a nice natural bokeh because of the bigger sensor the Insta360 Link 2 Pro uses. That means that you have a more natural blurred background and you don't need any additional filters applied, so your background gets this cinematic look. But beside of that, I just wanted to know if those two cameras are really the same. I mean, on paper they don't claim otherwise. They are the same model, just one with a gimbal and one without a gimbal. But I wanted to see it for myself, and as you can see here, yeah, image looks quite the same here. So let's move on. And then I wanted to find out, or to check out, the autofocus speed, because normally bigger sensor means slower autofocus, but to my impression this isn't the case here. Just look at it, how fast it focuses on the product case and on my face. So that's perfect. And also you can see very well how sharp the whole camera image really is. So you can read really every line of text here, and you see the natural blur in the background going on. Of course, the closer you are to the camera, the more natural background you get. And that's quite cool, but of course you can enhance that with some built-in filters. So just take a look at the blur you maybe are used from your mobile. That looks always quite unnatural, but it's quite okay if you want to blur out stuff in the background. Like, yeah, I'm having a lot of chaos happening in the background, so it's totally fine, but it's more aesthetical choice than anything else. And of course you have some virtual environments you are used these days, from funky offices, spaces in space or somewhere else. And the whole cutout works quite well, I would say, but that's not all you can do, because you have also a quite well implemented green screen functionality here that gets rid of those jagged outlines you are used from your mobile phone when you do filters like that. But yeah, you need a green screen for that, and sadly mine is not that big. But you can also use that for some great effects or some funny stuff to do. But for best results, of course, you need some distance between you and the green screen, so you can get rid of those green outlines that will appear. But of course, the main selling point of the Link 2 Pro without the C is of course the gimbal, which can, with auto tracking enabled, follow you around anywhere you go, close to 360 degrees, and it's really glued to your face. So every test I made with it, it just tracked me perfectly. So it can pan, tilt, and with gestures you can even zoom with it. So just make this L and move up for zooming in, and if you move your hand down you can zoom out. So that's some great stuff for every Zoom call, I would say. So really nice stuff. And to complete your Zoom, streaming, whatever setup, let's take a look at the colors. Of course, you can customize the final camera image to suit your personal preferences in the Insta360 app, but keep in mind that even the best and most modern camera can't work magic. So it always needs to be optimized in terms of your setup and foremost your lighting setup to get the most out of any camera. So yeah, toned down the sharpness a little bit, and I think now I really like that. And if you don't think so, drop us a comment and let us know how you would adjust that image. But beside of that, what you're hearing right now is the microphone array from the Insta360 Link 2 Pro, and right out of the box, it is in a standard audio mode, which means you have a basic noise reduction applied. And you hear it in my voice when I change it to, for example, original, which adds no real post-processing to the voice, so which should be the original pickup from the microphones with no noise reduction. And I'm sure you will hear or you heard the difference. That is really quite big. Now I staged here another little test scenario. Oh yeah, because I opened just the window, so looking outside, and yeah, you probably hear some car noises and stuff like that, and also construction sites going on outside. And let's turn on, so right now we are in the original audio mode, so let's turn on this, just the standard mode, and you will hear all that ambience from outside disappear. Should be disappeared right now. Do you hear something? I still can hear construction workers doing their thing outside, but yeah, this is some really effective noise cancellation. Car is passing by right now, so cool stuff. But hey, that's not even everything. We also have a wide mode where a wide array of people gets captured in front of the camera. So it's not 360 recording. It is focused more on the front, but quite wide. On the opposite side, we have a focused mode where the microphones really capture only more or less a straight line from the from the whole camera. So let's activate it first. You won't hear that much of a difference, but let me just show you the magic. I will turn the camera to the other side. So, and I will keep on talking. I need the other camera for that effect. So my voice will just disappear as soon. You don't hear a thing on the camera sound, and I'm back again. I guess I hope it worked. Back to my face, and hey, how fast did that zoom back to my face? How did I do that? Simple as that. You can just make scene presets in the cool Link controller app. So let me just show you the app again. So you have here, I just made here some presets. So as you can see, I can zoom on this face back there. Oh, my focus. So yeah. And I can just go back here. So you can make just presets if you know you want to move from one side to another, or you have a whiteboard to your right or something like that. And it's super easy to just adjust these presets at all. So we can just move to another side. Let's move to the camera. Oh yeah, much of chaos going on in the background. Please ignore that. But let's just focus on the camera for a second. And let's make it the big focus point. Just the plus here. And we have another scene here. So we can switch in between me. Hello there. And that's my camera. And that's my helmet. So pretty cool stuff here. But controlling everything in the Link controller is cool. But what really blew my mind is how seamless it is integrated in the StreamDeck ecosystem. So you can see here, I have this nice button here. I just made this layout within 5 minutes or so. But look at that, what can I do with it? I have here our little shelf cam, back to my face, back to the shelf, just with the press of a button. I mean, that's really awesome. Back to my face, let's zoom in a little bit and zoom out. Or maybe I want fully control over the camera, also possible. Move the camera, move the gimbal. back to the main position and maybe just activate some face tracking. So I can just stand up and keep on talking to you. So, oh, I still have the active zones active, so the tracking zones still have a limit on top. But yeah, let's turn it off again, the whole tracking, and the tracking is off. So for me, this is really way more convenient than, for example, the hand gestures. As you've seen, I talk a lot with my hands, so I always trigger those gestures by accident. And to have it on my fingertips, at my fingertips, and freely configurable, that's really some awesome stuff here. But let me show you how easy it really is to do in the app. So because here you have the StreamDeck, you have to download a plugin for StreamDeck, and then you can just start editing right away. You can see here the layout. If you're familiar with StreamDeck, you can just move the items around as you want. And here, as soon as you have installed the plugin from Insta360, you can start having fun with it. So let's move a webcam configuration button here. And yeah, what do? Let's turn on and off the HDR function. And you see immediately, I mean, this is a StreamDeck thing. You see immediately the StreamDeck is updated, and we can start to test it right away. So just press it and HDR should be turned off in no time. So it's as easy as that. So you can have a really interactive experience with the help of the StreamDeck, and as you've seen, it's easy as walking or something like that. I don't know, it's very easy. And you know what the cool thing is? You don't have to sacrifice all those tracking features if you want to go for the 2C Pro, because there you can also have a little bit of auto framing. Of course, you don't have the full flexibility of a gimbal, but let me enable the auto framing. So showing is better than telling. So of course, it's restricted to the field of view of the camera, so you zoom in a little bit and it follows you. So it just fakes a little bit, that whole tracking thing, but it works fine, and you stay always in the middle. As you can see, you are always perfectly framed no matter where you move, and that's pretty cool, I would say. But that's not the only reason why I made a little environment change, because I prepared a little side-by-side comparison between the 2C Pro and the Logitech MX Brio. A really common webcam these days out there, and yeah, one of the competitors in the 4K market right now for the 2C Pro or the 2 Pro. And I don't want to comment that much on the image itself. Just take a look at for yourself and build your own opinion. Both look similar, sharp, and as you can see, colors are right out of the box, didn't adjust anything there. And so, as you can see, Logitech tends a little bit more to the reds, while the 2C Pro tends to a little bit more pinkish tone. So that's the MX Brio, as you can see. Let's switch over to the Insta. One of the major differences between those two cameras is the field of view is quite different, because you have a pretty wide image on the Logitech compared to the Insta360. But yeah, just wanted to mention it, so it's difficult to adjust those two cameras to have the same image because of this different field of view. So let's make a little audio comparison. You can see here which camera sound you hear right now. The Insta360 2C Pro you hear, and worth mentioning, I disabled all this noise filtering, so it is a fair comparison to the Logitech. Let's go to the Logitech sound, and hopefully that's really the Logitech sound. Yes, that's the Logitech sound, just double checked it. So this is how those two cameras sound compared to each other. And of course, the big benefit is if I enable even the standard mode from the 2C Pro, you will hear a significant difference. I guess you probably will hear a difference. It's quite a lot. For comparison, here the raw Logitech without any AI filter stuff going on. I mean, of course, they try to do something in the camera all the time, but there's no such feature really promoted in that camera. Not like in the 2C Pro here or the 2 Pro. So That's it. And that's about it from my side about the Insta360 Link 2 Pro or Link 2C Pro. Two versions of the same great web camera system, because this sensor size is really something amazing. I really love to see a better depth of field in my webcam as I'm used to from bigger cameras. And you know, I used cameras like this also for webcam scenarios, but you have always the problem with overheating and stuff, and these cameras are built for that kind of usage, so you can have long hours of streaming without any troubles. So yeah, I hope that video answered every questions you had about that camera, and if not, check out the description below. There you'll find the link to those products and maybe also a discount code. I'm not sure at the moment. Just check out the descriptions if you wanna find out more about those cameras. And if you liked that video, give it a thumbs up, follow the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button, because otherwise, you know YouTube, you won't see any video. Whatever. I wish you a beautiful day. Bye bye.